Hello students, welcome to the physics content. Today, let's have a discussion on work done. Since we are studying force, so work done automatically comes whenever we are mentioning something about force. What is work done? Whenever force is applied on an object and the object is getting displaced after applying the force, then it is said that work is done on the object. It can be represented by work W equal to F dot D. Since F force and D displacements are two vector quantity, so we can represent it in this way. Now, work done is the multiplication, that is the product of force and displacement, and we have used here as a dot. The product is represented by a dot. What is the significance of the dot? Whenever the force is applied on the object, that is, I am applying the force on the pen and the object is getting displaced. So we can see that the work is done on the object by applying the force. Now, force and displacement are two vector quantities, and whenever the two vector quantities after multiplying give a scalar result, that is, the work done is a scalar quantity, at that moment we can say the product is dot product. That is, whenever two vector quantities are multiplied and gives the result scalar, it is dot product, and whenever two vectors are multiplied giving the vector product as a result, it is told that cross product. Now, since the work done is itself scalar and two vector quantities are multiplied giving the scalar quantity, so it is a dot product. Hence, the dot is represented here as dot product. We can more accurately write this F dot D, that is F D cos theta. That is, the product dot product can be written as magnitude of force into magnitude of the displacement, and theta is the angle between the force applied on the object and the displacement due to the application of the force of the object. So, the theta is the angle between the force and displacement. Okay. Now, let's come to the point that whenever the theta, that is the angle between force and displacement, is 90 degree. So, whenever the angle, this theta angle is 90 degree, that is force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, at that time cos 90 becomes 0. So, cos 90 gives the result 0. That means that force and displacement cos 90 0 gives the work done 0. Hence, we can write that W equal to 0 for theta equal to 90 degree. So, after applying a lot of force, if the displacement occurs in the perpendicular direction of the force, then cos 90 becomes 0 and work done is also 0 here. One more thing, that after applying force, if there is no displacement, in that case also work done is completely 0. So, there are two factors for having a work done 0. If there is no displacement, that is, if D is 0, then work done is also 0. And if force and displacement are perpendicular to each other in this dot product, then the work done will also be 0. Now, let's discuss about the energy which comes after work done. Energy, as we know, is the ability to do work. What is that? We can write energy is the ability to do work. Okay. After applying energy, or through energy, we can apply a force on an object. So through the energy, we can apply force, and after applying the force, object is getting displaced, and hence work is done. So whenever we are applying force with the help of energy, we are applying force, and this force causes a displacement of the object, then it is said work is done. Hence, it is said that energy is the ability to do work. For example, we can tell that whenever someone is kicking the ball, so due to the muscular energy, someone is acquiring some force, and the force is applied on the ball, and then the ball moves. The ball moves means displacement is done, work is done. So this is the concept of energy. There are different forms of energy: light energy, heat energy, sound energy. But two basic and fundamental energies are potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy is the energy that is stored in an object due to its configuration or its position or the state. Suppose if we pull a rubber band, at that time, due to its change in configuration, it is acquiring some energy. That is called potential energy. And what is kinetic energy? Due to the motion, the energy obtained in an object is called the kinetic energy. So, whenever the fan is moving, or a ball is moving or rotating, due to its motion inside the ball or in the fan, the energy that is acquired is called the kinetic energy. Energy can not be created, nor it can be destroyed. Energy can be converted from one energy to another. This is called the conservation of energy. So, conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be created. That means we cannot create energy. But we are preparing some energy, we are producing some energy. Not possible at all. Energy cannot be destroyed. So we cannot destroy an energy. Never. Not possible at all. Only energy can be converted from one form to another. So energy can be converted from one form to another. We cannot produce energy, we cannot prepare energy, cannot create energy, we cannot destroy the energy. It can be only converted from one source to other. If I give you an example, you can better understand. Someone is kicking the ball is in rest position, and someone is kicking the ball. Now whenever the ball is in rest position, and after kicking the ball gets motion. That means whenever the ball is in rest position, sorry, at that time the ball was acquiring potential energy. And after applying the force, when the ball got the displacement, it gains the kinetic energy. That means the potential energy is converted in kinetic energy. Again, we can say whenever someone is kicking the ball, he is giving the muscular force on the ball. And who is providing the force? the muscular energy is providing the force. Now when the ball starts to move, that means this muscular energy is converted in kinetic energy. So energy is transferred from muscular to kinetic. Neither the kinetic energy is produced nor the muscular energy is produced. These are only converting from one form to another. In this way, we can say that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can be transferred. Whenever electrical light glows, at that time, what we get? Light energy, heat energy. First of all, the electrical energy that gets converted in light energy, and after letting the light for some time, heat energy is developed. So energy is continuously converted one form to another. This is called the conservation of energy. Now come to the unit. The unit of work done and energy is represented in SI unit, that is joule. Since energy is the ability to do work, so they share the same unit, joule, in SI system. Hope this much is clear to you. If you have any doubt, any query regarding this, you can ask me. Till then, thank you, and we'll be meeting in the next class.